guys, it's April. I thought I had my camera on and I didn't. I'm just going to cancel this and say yes. I have a file for you guys. We're going to be making a Halloween sign using glow-in-the-dark iron-on, and we are also going to put some vinyl on a cup. And I've already done the cup cutting, and I apologize for that, but it says more booze please, and it's going on a wine glass. And then I have a book ahead, the old Salem Dead and Breakfast. So we're going to do just a little door hanging sign for this, and I will talk about the materials more once we get over there. But I just want to make sure that you know that you should mirror the Dead and Breakfast one, but don't mirror your iron-on. I have them set at 2 different colors of green so that it will go to 2 separate mats, and you will know one is iron-on and one is vinyl. So once you hit continue, if you're cutting your vinyl, it's going to connect to my machine here. I'm using my maker today. And when you browse on materials, if you type in glow, and you may want to add this to your favorites. I'm not adding it to my favorites since it's more of a seasonal holiday one for me. So I'm going to search, and right here you have your glow-in-the-dark iron-on and your vinyl. And I'm just going to, I know I've got it on vinyl over here, but I've already cut that. So I'm just going to go ahead and select my glow-in-the-dark iron-on so I don't have to do it again. And then I'm just going to remember all materials. So I have a new blade. I don't need to do anything else. I'm going to go make sure I'm on my second mat. I'm going to make sure that it's mirrored, and my shiny side is face down on the mat. And just double check it. It is mirrored. Got it on there, so I'm done there. And we're going to go ahead and load this up and cut it in the machine. So let's go to the overhead and take a peek. All right, and I got these on clearance at Walmart. They may or may not be on clearance at your Walmart, and I've already cut that piece of glow-in-the-dark vinyl. And here is my glow-in-the-dark iron-on. It's going to go shiny side to the mat, and I've already I just trimmed mine down so that it would fit. You need about a 7 by 10 inch piece, and I just trimmed 7 inches off of it, and I will use that, cut that spare off when it's done, and stick it back in the tube for later. And we've got this on our mat, and now we're going to load it and let it cut. And let's see, there we go, and it's starting. So now I just want to say I got these at Walmart. I got this sign. It's a chalkboard wood tag Hampton art. I'm pretty sure I got it at the Dollar Tree. It could have been Michael's, but I'm pretty sure it was the Dollar Tree because I was like, oh wow, I can't believe I found this here. I didn't give but like $1 for it or something like that, so that's why I'm saying Dollar Tree. Super easy. And I also got ribbons from the Dollar Tree, and this stuff is messy. It's glitter. It's going to get glitter everywhere. I've got some on my sign, but it's okay. It's Halloween. Not going to hurt anything. I kind of like that little bit of sparkle in there. So we're going to set that to the side while we work on this, and I'm just going to take one out here. I only cut one of the iron-on, and it has your little lid, but we don't need that now. I don't need it rolling around. Don't have to want to fight with that. And this is seasonal. This is acrylic, so I'm not really worried about if it stays on or comes off or anything like that. You can clean yours with alcohol, and you really should if you're going to be putting it on glass and you want it to last a good long time. Make sure you're doing that. I'm trying to get set up here so that I can show you guys. And I'm just going to start weeding my vinyl. And I'll probably speed through this process right here so that you don't have to watch me weed the whole entire thing. Just weed it gently and easily because you've got some small pieces here. You don't want to be lifting up what you want to keep. And so far, I'm really impressed. It's weeding well. I have some really fine lettering here. Let's see. I like to kind of weed in sections when I'm working with small stuff so that I don't lose pieces. I don't like it to stick to itself, I should say. Make sure that you guys can see. I'm just making sure that my letters stay on that area. And tend to lift up a little bit when you've got super small. And there's my E. I knew that E was going to come loose. It was trying the whole time. There we go. But we're going to put him right back on there. So I'm going to get rid of this. That S stuck and that E is okay. I cut a little deep. That's what's wrong. I have a brand new blade. If it's cutting into, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera. If it's cutting into your backing, you're cutting too deep. So I probably should have used less pressure with this. It's my first cut, and I broke my own rule. Didn't do a test cut prior, so it's kind of cut into that backing a little bit. That can always make it a little more difficult to weed when that happens. So just take your time. I did not give it more pressure or anything. I just used the setting. And I said I was going to speed through this, but because I had a couple of little things, and this is new, I'm not going to. I want you guys to see in case I run into any issue and how you can correct it. So getting all of my counters out. What I mean by counters are the center of your letters. You want to make sure you get everything out of there. And it's stuck to my R. There we go. Just going to place my R on there and get it positioned back in. That's the good thing about cutting too deep, though. You know exactly where that goes. Teeny tiny stuff. Get that down there. All right, so I have all of my counters out. Let me grab my transfer tape and we will transfer this while my iron-on continues to cut. Okay, so here we are. I think, yep, that piece is going to work just fine, so I'm just going to trim that off. Super simple. I am so far really loving this iron-on. I am kind of letting it charge under the lights as I work here. Just going to pull that back. Pop that corner down and pull that over. Then we're just going to burnish it. And I like to flip mine over and burnish it again. Now when you're working with vinyl, one of the things to remember, I think this is going to work better for me. what you want to do, make sure that I'm on camera here, is you want to peel your backing away from your vinyl and your transfer tape and not try to pull it this way, okay? Because you can see that it's already starting to leave places where it didn't pick up. You can always burnish a little bit more. I don't generally burnish mine really hard, but if that's what you need to do, and that's the seam on the glass, I want to make sure that's to the side. There we go. So let's pull this back. I very, very, very rarely have to burnish hard. I'm having a little bit of issue with it following me because I did cut into my backing. So you shouldn't have this issue if it's cut properly. I'm not gonna, I can make it work. I'm not gonna get rid of it, that's for sure. Yeah, it cut almost cut all the way through. Let's see if you guys, in case you do run into this, so you'll know what to do. But you're just gonna wiggle that back and forth. There we go. And it should work. I cut really, really, really deep into that. All right, so now we have our cut where those side seams. Yeah, it looks like a crack, but it's how they made it. Just put these back like I had them so my cup doesn't roll. And I lost my M. It's stuck to my finger. Just going to bring this in. That looks good. And drop it. I'm just going to work from this side and work over. And if it gets a little bit of a wrinkle in my little ghost, that's okay. You can trim, or clip, I should say, your carrier. And it's going to allow you that transfer tape to relax a little bit so that you can work with it better. And I'm just going to, the curve of my cup has me kind of stuck. There we go. So just going to press my letters down. Not going to worry about my little ghost yet. And going to peel back. I'm going to peel it back flat against itself. Like so. And it will release. And there. I'll lift his little hand up. And there we go. Stick that down. Almost like a sticker with him. I'm just going to pull this loose so that I can work with him in this curve area. And my M is stuck to my finger. Maybe I should put the M down and then work with it. And another way to avoid this is to make your image smaller, but I really didn't want to go smaller on mine. Because these letters are small enough as they are. Okay, so now all of my letters are down. Just going to pull him back up. Get that little wrinkle to release there. And then just push them on down. Yay! Super easy. So anytime that you get maybe a little wrinkle or something in it, don't fight it, just work with it. Super easy. How stinking cute is this? I can't wait to get a glow picture of it. And then that is our little party glass. I'm going to let that sit and get some exposure under the light. And while that's doing that, we're going to weed our iron on. So I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to get rid of this. You can reuse your transfer tapes if you want to. I ripped mine, so I'm just going to get that out of my way. And I'm going to need these. I'm going to look, and I have a pretty good sized piece down here. And I don't want to waste that because I could probably get something out of there if it's for a onesie or a bag or, you know, lots of things. Make sure you don't cut your design. I'm going to put that back in my tube. Scraps come in handy sometimes. The sign I did yesterday for the Cricut Create, the Cricut Community Create Challenge, I used all scraps for my iron-on. So it really didn't cost me anything but the $1.25 for the sign. And now we're going to start weeding this. Now when I weed things like this, I like to look at my image on the canvas while I'm weeding, so I know what to remove and what to keep. And I'm just going to start by taking this outside off. That's going to help me get a handle on where everything is at. We're just going to peel this back. All right, got that done. And next, the next tricky one is going to be this inside line here. Let's see, I believe it's right here. There we go. There it is. I guess I should have gotten my bright pad out for this. Ooh, I wonder if that will charge it faster. I don't know if I could see it with my camera lights overhead. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but we're going to try it. Oh yeah, I can see it. Perfect. Nothing. Double check always, and then triple check. All right, so that's ready to go. Love my bright pad, go. All right, so now we're going to place this on. Get it. I'm just going to kind of mark my center by folding this back, and I do this for shirts too. Get my design even here, even though my carrier is not even. I can make sure my design's even. I'm going to give that a pinch. I'm going to come down here and give that a pinch. Now I know where center is, and you can mark center on your board fairly easy as well. I'm going to use my blue line here, and this one was 6.875, so you may as well say right at 7 inches. Nobody's going to notice 0.00 whatever it is, so probably at the 3.5 on each side. There we go. So this is my center. You can't see my blue line on camera, but my blue line is running right through here on my mat. My vertical line, don't need that. I'm not going to use it, I don't think. So I'm just going to line this bottom up with that, and this is the same continuation of that line. So once I have that lined up, I'm going to hold it there and then press it down. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to hold it back and take a look at it. I think it's straight, so I'm going to go for it. Got that pressed down, and this is thick enough, guys, that I don't need to protect my mat. If your sign is not thick enough, or you think it might warp your healing mat, then of course place something under it, a book, anything. you don't need anything soft, a foam pad. We're going to give that time to heat up. And I am going to probably make a messy bow for this to go right here. I have my hanger coming out. We'll see. I'm not going to do a fancy bow. I want it to be kind of spooky, kind of, if that makes sense. I'm going to cut a couple of pieces, different lengths of each one while that's heating up. And we are ready. Applying your glow-in-the-dark, you'll use your Cricut heat guide when you're doing on fabric and things like that. But on wood, I don't use that heat guide. And I'm going to move that lamp out of the way so you guys can see. I don't use that heat guide. I just kind of do a count. Sometimes it likes to cold peel and sometimes warm, no matter what it is on fabric. When you're applying to wood and other surfaces like that, sometimes it likes the same thing fabric likes and sometimes it doesn't. And this is really cool. It's lighting up under my mini press as I go. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up, but that's pretty cool. I'm just going to keep applying my pressure. I'm not staying in one place too long. I don't want to overheat. I'm kind of keeping it moving. Get everything good and stuck. Oops, hit my button. I'm going on low, keeping it on low. And if it doesn't stick, then just repeat the steps. I'm going to let that cool for a second. I'm going to try cool peel first. And if it's pulling up, then I will heat it up a little bit and try warm peel. So we're just going to let that cool down. And it's supposed to charge for a minimum of 30 minutes. Not stuck right there. Don't know if I missed that. Yeah, I got a couple places. So I'm just going to heat again for a few more seconds. I'm going to kind of count to 10 on each section. I'm going to speed through this. Okay, guys, I'm finding that anywhere that it didn't stick, that it is kind of liking the warm peel. I am just going over it, just enough to heat it up, and then pulling this back, and it seems to be doing much better that way. So if you're not able to get yours to stick, try it that way. That is what's working for me, and it seems to be staying. All my trouble places where I have done that has worked perfectly. So I'm just going to come back over here, get this piece again. It's a strong carrier. I may put my Teflon sheet on top of this and then press it again, or a piece of parchment. I have a piece of parchment over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the carrier, I think, is lifting it back up as I, oops, hit my button again. I did go up to a 2 on that button. Okay. It's on there, and it's stuck, but I just want to doubly be sure. I'm going to take my parchment and just go over it. Just one more little place. Just to hit it. All those little fine lines, they are super fine. So, perfect. Everything is stuck. So, super easy. Just have to be patient. And now let's let that charge under the lights, and let's finish making our messy bow. And I'm not measuring anything. I'm just cutting different pieces. I have, I don't know, I might throw some little skulls in there. Why not? And might have to go and weed my ribbon. It's got little places and the eyeballs didn't fall out. Pull all of those out. Not a big deal. Those are skeleton eyeballs all over the desk here, and noses. Okay, I'm cutting this ribbon. I don't want that smooth cut. I want it to be rough. Totally up to you how you want to do yours. But I'm crinkling it up and then cutting it so I get an uneven edge. That one's still a little even for me. There we go. So now I'm going to start with that. I'm going to throw down the orange one, and then a black one, and then a skull. And then I'm going to do another one of these. Orange, black, and a skull. And then I want a piece of this. And I'm just going to grab it all and bunch it up. And I may have to trim these down. It may be too big. You never know until after you've done it. And then tie a knot right in the middle. We're going to leave that in there. I'm going to trim that back a little bit. A little more uneven than that. There we go. Do the same on this side. I want this one to be a little bit shorter. That's messy. Okay, got these messy ends. All right, super cute messy bow. Now I just need to get my glue gun. Okay, so I'm waiting on my Cricut glue gun to heat up. I'm gonna do another piece of this for my hanger. I do have this in orange. Maybe I should do an orange hanger. And I got all of this at the Dollar Tree, guys. I'm pretty sure that sign came from the Dollar Tree too. But yeah, all of these ribbons were all Dollar Tree. Everything. I'm going to do my hanger in orange on this. So I have my purple, orange, black, and green, all the Halloween colors. Okay, there we go. All right. And now I am going to bring this up And just tie a knot at the top. Are we green yet? Get my ends out. Where did they go? Let's try that again. All right. Come here, you. All right, that's good. I think this is going to work. Just going to pull that to the side. And it has a hanger on it. I'm probably going to pull that off. Because I'm going to need a screwdriver for it, though. Let's do this. There we go. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to loop it. All that glitter. Glitter, glitter everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to have to make this longer. I'm going to get it quite long. No. That'll fit on my door hanger. I can find it. Yep, that's going to fit. So I just need a space for my door hanger. That's plenty big enough. And it's all jaggedy. Right? That one's not so much. So let's do just a little trim on that. Get it all roughed up. Get it all ready looking. Here we go. Perfect. And it just turned green. This thing is so quick. And I think it's a good size. And I made those pieces right about 13 to 14 inches long. And you can put this on either way you want. I like my knot to the front when I'm doing these messy bows. So I'm just going to glue that down right there. And we are done. Super fun, super cute. I'm going to take some photos of this and of this and with them during the day. And then I will take some at night as well so you can see them in the dark. Love it. Look at all that glitter. I might. I don't know. It might damage the glue. I wouldn't seal it. If I were you, I would not seal it. So, happy crafting. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, check your heat guide when you're applying to fabric because applying on wood is a different technique. But make sure that you are following your directions for application when you, the heat guide when you apply to any fabrics or other mediums like that. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Freebie Friday file. Happy crafting.